What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And with the fallout of Backlash last night, there is a lot to talk about. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the injuries that Edge sustained last night at Backlash, as well as what the future holds for Paul Heyman, because apparently he has a much more different role he wants to take, and also too, WWE has reportedly planned to do a Queen of the Ring tournament, and they're also supposedly had purchased a struggling indie promotion. So let's kick things off with the Queen of the Ring tournament. This was posted on Wrestle Talk just a couple days ago. By Brian Joyce. Shouts to him and Wrestle Talk. So apparently us as the fans, honestly, I've always wanted to see this, but fans have been wanting a Queen of the Ring tournament, which obviously nowadays we have a King of the Ring tournament, but we wanted a Queen of the Ring tournament, but obviously too, 1985 was the year that the King of the Ring tournament started. However, we have yet to have a female equivalent tournament, and apparently it appears that it may have changed this year. So let's see. All right, so according to Brian Alvarez from Wrestling Observer Live, he believes that there was a plan to do a tournament this year. However, he also mentioned that this would not have been a Mae Young Classic. He stated that and obviously too, this was posted just a couple days ago. So several days ago we were talking. He says, and I quote, "A couple days ago we were talking about the Mae Young Classic and the pandemic and everything like that. I believe that the actual idea for this year was a Queen of the Ring tournament, so not a Mae Young Classic, but a Queen of the Ring tournament. That is now off due to the pandemic, due to the ongoing bullshit that we have going on now. Had there not been a global pandemic, I believe what you would have seen this summer is the Queen of the Ring tournament. WWE has been going down a list of firsts for their female wrestlers in recent years. We have seen them now participate in Royal Rumbles, Money in the Bank ladder matches, Elimination Chambers, and Hell in a Cells. A version of the King of the Ring would be the logical next step. Honestly, though, I think having a Queen of the Ring tournament would have been amazing, because obviously Charlotte Flair calls herself, calls herself the Queen. So if we had seen that, honestly, I think potentially we could see that happen. We could see a Queen of the Ring tournament, but honestly, you never know. Honestly, though, I think if hang on a second. Okay. Honestly, though, I think if we do get a Queen of the Ring tournament, I think honestly it would do wonders for the women's division, because the women's division has been on fire since the whole thing started, and I think since the whole hashtag did give divas a chance was a thing, it would be awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Alright, you guys, now for the next piece of news to talk about, which was posted a couple days ago. WWE is possibly preparing for huge NXT shows next month. So obviously, it will be the month of July. So let's take a look at that. Let's see here. Next month, next month AEW is set to put on a two-night Fyter Fest show that will take place instead of the July 1st and July 8th episodes of Dynamite. Tony Khan revealed after Double or Nothing last month that Fyter Fest was actually going to take place in London. Because there is no NXT TakeOver being planned for the coming months, it has been speculated by many that WWE may put on 2 huge episodes of NXT TV at the beginning of next month to counter Fyter Fest. On the Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez brought up that with no TakeOver being built to, WWE may put on some huge championship matches on the July 1st and 8th episodes of NXT on the USA Network. Don't mind the background. My dog is just barking at nothing. With this week's Dynamite averaging just 4,000 more viewers than NXT, higher-ups within WWE will not want to let AEW regain a healthy lead by putting on 2 week shows against Fyter Fest. Only 3 matches have been confirmed for Fyter Fest so far, but we aren't sure what date the matches will take place. Again, I don't watch AEW, but let's see here. We have here Cody Rhodes, I think, yeah. Cody Rhodes versus Jake Hager. If you guys don't know who Jake Hager is, he's basically Jack Swagger in WWE for the TNT Championship. Then we have Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega against Best Friends. I don't know. If you guys know anything about the team of Best Friends or any of this AEW bullshit, let me know in the comments below, because I don't know. I know nothing of AEW. I don't watch it. I don't care to watch AEW. But apparently that match is for their World Tag Team titles. And then we have Jon Moxley against Brian Cage. And if you guys don't know Jon Moxley, he's basically Dean Ambrose. You know what? I can't wait to see what the shows are for NXT. I'm very curious. I don't really want to go in too deep and give and reveal spoilers or anything. But if I had to predict what they could possibly do for next month, I can definitely see them possibly doing doing several major title matches, involving Adam Cole and possibly Keith Lee, which is possible, which is a very high possibility. Anyway, so now, alright, you guys. So now I'm going to talk about the indie promotion that is struggling. What is that indie promotion? It is none other than Evolve. If you guys do not know Evolve, I definitely recommend watching my review video on the Evolve 10th anniversary, which I did a review on last year, right around this time last year. I did a review video of it, and the card itself was pretty stacked. I mean, we had 3-4 matches from WWE. I know that one of them was Drew Gulak against Matt Riddle. The other one, we had Akira Tozawa against Adam Cole for the NXT title. There was a lot of WWE stars that went to Evolve, and the article here says that the pandemic, because I can't really say the word literally, may have hurt major wrestling promotions like WWE, Impact, AEW, Ring of Honor, and New Japan Pro Wrestling to some capacity, but the companies impacted the most will be the smaller independent promotions. One of those struggling promotions has been hit hard is Evolve, and the US-based promotion is said to be struggling financially right now, so much so that they may be bought by WWE. In the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer spoke about WWE potentially buying Evolve. He says, quote, "There's been a lot of talk in recent weeks regarding the future of Evolve and WWE. It's not a secret. Evolve had major financial issues, and the canceling of WrestleMania week was catastrophic to them. They've been quiet, not having said anything There were reports of them selling their tape library and pretty much everything to WWE, but when asked, neither Evolve nor WWE would confirm or deny the story. So, okay, so let's continue. In recent weeks, WWE has started introducing the tiered WWE network. So perhaps the company will buy the entire tape library for Evolve and put it on the WWE network as a perk for paying members. Something that has been speculated for a while. Yeah. So obviously, yeah, I do pay for the WWE network. And honestly, though, I think yeah. So obviously, if you guys don't know, Evolve and WWE do have ties together, because a lot of the superstars that we see now, on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live, NXT UK, all came from Evolve. Like Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Akira Tozawa. I believe also too Mia Yim, Tony Nese. So many of them came from Evolve Wrestling, and they dominated Evolve with an iron fist. And now this is happening. Honestly, if they do buy Evolve Wrestling, it would make things a lot interesting, considering the fact that if they do put all of Evolve's shows, their tape, the matches, the 10th anniversary show on the WWE network, it could really help out WWE a lot more in terms of subscribership, because now, from what I understand, the subscribers because the majority, the amount of people that subscribe to the network had went from like 60 million to only like maybe 5 million, which is not a whole lot. Literally, that is not a whole lot. And honestly, I think honestly it would do WWE great, because they'll be able to get more subscribers to their to watch WWE Network. So honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Let's see. Is there anything else here from Wrestle Talk? Let's take a look really quick. Okay, seriously. Okay, there we go. Nope, I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, you guys. Now I'm going to be talking about Edge's injuries from last night's Backlash and what was considered to be the greatest wrestling match ever. I'm gonna be real. That match was absolutely perfect. And the match lasted about almost an hour, which was absolutely incredible. So if you guys were wondering the injuries that Edge sustained last night at Backlash, he actually sustained torn triceps, and according to Andy Murray from What Culture, it wasn't the greatest. Apparently he says that the match was not the greatest wrestling match ever, but the consensus is that Edge vs. Randy Orton is a mighty fine WWE Backlash 2020 clash, with the only major blight being the injury suffered by the Rated R superstar while working with Randy Orton. The bout was pre-taped on June 7th, though WWE did a good job keeping this quiet. It was revealed hours before the pay-per-view that Edge has suffered a suspected torn tricep injury during the match. An injury that typically comes with an 8-month recovery time. Dave Meltzer has now come through with new details on today's episode of Wrestling Observer Radio, revealing that Edge was hurt while retaking a spot. Speculation points towards it happening during one of Randy Orton's RKOs. WWE did several retakes for the match to ensure that it lived up to the pay-per-view billing. That Edge didn't appear to be hurt as the show went off the air is probably because the retake was filmed after the finish and post-match then spoiled back into the footage reel. Splice back into the footage reel. Neither WWE nor Edge has provided an official update on his status, and at the time of writing, perhaps we'll hear something on Raw. So we found out earlier today that Randy Orton is going to be on Raw tonight, and he's going to talk about what happened last night and how his thoughts on the match and whatnot. Honestly, though, I'm gonna be real. I don't care what Andy Murray says about the match, because we all know that the match was great. That match was absolutely incredible. It literally featured pure wholesome wrestling. And what the hell's up with my phone? My phone's acting weird. So honestly though, I do hope that Edge is I hope that the injuries that Edge sustained last night isn't too bad. Because honestly, you never know. You never know what can happen with with someone like Edge. And honestly, though, it just breaks my heart that Edge had could very maybe will be out of action for about 8 months. Honestly, you never know. You never know what can happen with Edge. But then again, this is the rated R superstar that we're talking about, and if he is out of action for 8 months, this could very maybe that could have been probably his last match ever. But you never know. You never know. Alright, guys. That being said, now I'm going to be talking about Paul Heyman, because apparently Paul Heyman has stepped down as the executive director of Monday Night Raw. And I want to give a big shout out to Ryan Statton from Pro Wrestling Sheet, who wrote this article. WWE has confirmed their creative teams from Raw and SmackDown have been consolidated into one group, which will be led by Bruce Pritchard. According to a statement from WWE, they posted on Twitter and Instagram, saying, quote, in an effort to streamline our creative writing process for television, we have consolidated both teams from Raw and SmackDown into one group, led by Bruce Pritchard. Paul Heyman will concentrate on his role as an in-ring performer. Let me just say this, okay? Because why would Paul Heyman want to compete in a wrestling ring? Why? Why? I don't get it. As you'll recall, Heyman was made the executive director on Raw in June of 2019. Eric Bischoff was hired to be the executive director of SmackDown as well, but that didn't last long as he made his exit from the company months later in October. He was then replaced by Bruce Pritchard. No word at this time on what led to the decision. Honestly, though, I don't know why Paul Heyman would want to be a performer. Excuse me. Because we all know that Paul Heyman is more suited as a manager than a wrestler, because here's the thing. If you guys don't remember, the last time we saw Paul Heyman compete in a wrestling ring, what was it, back in 2013, I want to say? Yeah. I believe it was back in 2013. He competed in a Hell in a Cell match against CM Punk. That was just bad. That was just absolute trash. That match was absolute trash. Honestly though, I honestly don't know what to expect. You know what? Question of the day. Do you guys think Paul Heyman will do great as an in-ring performer? Let me know in the comments below. I honestly don't know. But that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. Because with this channel, there's always something to talk about involving WWE and YuGiOh. There's always something to talk about. And also, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All three of my links will be down in the description below. And on that, this is your boy Nash. signing out.